Morning everybody from Salt Lake City, Utah. Couldn't get any video recordings last night because I was so tired. I mean, I just wanted nothing more than to go to bed last night. But this morning I'm way more well rested than I was when I got here, so hopefully we'll get some good video clips. And believe it or not, it is snowing right now here in Salt Lake. It's spitting some little flakes, but it's ever so light. But anyway, we can go back in the hotel and eat breakfast, and we're gonna get on the road and head to Arches, which is our first stop of the trip. Welcome aboard. Don't forget the dog cart this. Alright, car's all packed up, and we gotta go to Walmart and get some supplies, because we don't want to be out in the desert without any food or water, and we also have to get a cooler. So we're gonna make a pit stop at Walmart, and then we're gonna head off to Moab. Alright, just arrived at Walmart. Now time to go in and get some supplies. Alright, just got done getting some supplies. Throwing some trash away now. And we are pretty much ready for the drive. We are, oh sorry, hair got in my face. We're going to the Archway Inn in Moab, Utah. So we're going to be staying for 3 nights. And then after that, we're gonna go, I think, to either Capitol Reef or the other one is Canyonlands. Not entirely sure, but we'll be going somewhere. But yeah, let's get in the car. Let's head to Arches. See you when we get there. It's the Great Salt Lake. Smells awful. 50 times saltier than the ocean. There's actually a remnant of an ocean that got trapped. But this is it. There's Antelope Island right there. And there's the Salt Lake. Well, we made a quick stop at the Great Salt Lake because we had to. I really wanted to see it, but before we head off to Moab, we have to make a quick pit stop here at Beans and Brews Coffee House to get some coffee. I'm also gonna go get a hot chocolate because it's cold out here. But yeah, we're gonna do that and we'll be on our way. Later, Salt Lake City. Alright, well, just stopped off the highway at a rest stop here out in the middle of nowhere, and let's see where we are according to the map currently. Can't really see anything out here, but so we're currently a little over halfway, about 3/4 of the way there. That's our starting point right there, Salt Lake, and there's our end point. And out here, it is just silent. So over there's the mountains where we came from. That's back towards Salt Lake. And all this over here, this is all the Book and Rowan cliffs. And it's basically just one giant cliff that runs all along here, and then it turns and goes back that way, and it basically creates a wall. And then out here, I'm not sure if you can see it, but way over there is the desert that we're going to be driving through in a couple days where it's just nothing. I mean, out here where we are right now, it is nothing. Like, the only spot where we have cell service right now is this rest stop. But once we leave the immediate area around this rest stop, there will be zero cell service, nothing whatsoever. It'll just be a dead zone. But yeah, there's a good view of it right over there. But anyway, we're gonna hop back on the road. We got about an hour and a half left till we get to Moab. And yeah, it is really dry out here. And also, it's warm enough to where I could take off my big puffy jacket. It's about 55 Fahrenheit right now, which is average temperature for me. It might be a little chilly for some, but for me, I find that in the comfortable range. But anyway, we're gonna hop back in the car and we're gonna take off from Moab. Alright, y'all. So we just arrived here in Moab, but we decided we were gonna go to Arches and check out part of the park. Stopped here at this viewpoint. Let's go over here and see what it is. Let's wait for them to cross. Let's see here. Check that out. Huge rock face. Big old crack right there. Climber's paradise. And that rock right there, it's not even attached to anything, it's just hanging on. Kind of wild. Look at this. All this over here. It's pretty cool. Let's go over here and see this viewpoint. Alright, just made it to a trail. And this is what the viewpoint looks like. This is called Park Avenue, because apparently these right here, all these rock formations resemble buildings that you'd see on a city. Now, I'm gonna walk down in here. Just roughly to right there. Let's see what we got down here. Now, I need to watch my footing. I can't be looking directly at the camera because I don't want to trip and fall. And one thing about hiking in national parks, especially with rugged terrain, like this one right here, it's a primitive trail. So I really need to be watching my footing. Hold on. But yeah. Oh, this is neat. All down here. And if you listen, it's just silence. No road. Nothing. Just complete and total silence. There's a... I'm not sure if somebody did this or somebody had to have done that. That looks man-made. But let's go right down here to the floor of this valley. It's a little bit chilly down here. That's why I'm shivering a little bit in my voice, in case you were curious. But here we are. Just me in this valley here in Arches National Park, here at the Park Avenue Trail. Here it is. There's that rock one more time.
Hey, Mac. No, Mac.
Forgot the camera. Alright, well, we weren't really going to hike around that trail. We were really going to explore around some. And we're here at a balanced rock. That's what we're at right now. And there is a short loop trail that we can do, or we can walk around it, kind of see how it looks, but yeah, we're just checking things out, really. But pretty cool views. There's a, you can see kind of over here, this area. It's pretty cool too. But I'm gonna go walk around the trail a little bit and get some pictures. Alright, just got on the trail here. It's a nice paved trail, really nice. So there's balanced rock right there. And it's kind of crazy to think, but that tiny little sliver right there is what's holding that rock up. And if it breaks, that whole top part right there comes careening down. But hopefully that won't happen anytime soon in the near future. But in case it does, I'm getting this video. But anyway, it's a pretty nice trail. Get some pretty nice views. Here's this other rock right here. There's a big rock. And then here's a good view of this area over here. It's not a drop off, it's just this little area. But yeah, this would be a really good spot to get a night lapse or something like that. So you can see all this area over here. And just look at that. I think that's the windows over there. And there's some more area. Oh, it's a little echoey. But there's that huge rock. Yeah, I'm gonna stop and get some pictures. Alright, well, I just made my way behind this big old rock right here. I'm not sure if you can see them, but right up there at the very top, there is a bird perched up there. There's a good view of a balanced rock. From this viewpoint, it kind of looks like one of those sculptures you see at Easter Island. But I mean, out here, there's, number one, there's zero service. It is completely silent. And number three, you're completely isolated. So yeah. But yeah, this is an amazing spot. The only other sound I can hear right now is the road on the other side of this mound and these rocks. But other than that, it's completely silent. And I'm pretty excited to see what the stars are going to look like tonight, because where we live in Charlotte, we don't get dark skies. So I'm really excited to see the stars. But yeah, I'm making my way back up to the main trail and we'll finish the loop. There's a really good view of the windows right there. And that's where we're heading next. Alright, Just arrived here at the windows. It looks like we have just a little bit of a hike, but we're gonna head up to that arch way over there. All those people are, and we're gonna see what there is to see. Let's do it. Just made it. There's the arch right under me.
Please do not go up there.
Right behind me.
Those people up there, somebody falls in the
It's not that bad of a drop. It's like,
Mac, it's rocks.
no, I'm talking about this. Like,
that over there. Those people are crazy.
oh yeah, that. No, I'm not doing that.
You would have yelled at me if I did something like that.
Yeah, I would.
Not that I would.
That's a gorgeous view right there. At the canyon right there. That's where the Colorado River cuts through.
Matt, come here.
It's just so gorgeous out here. There's one arch right there, right behind my brother. And there's the arch we came from right there. And then this huge formation of rocks. And then you got just this valley. Well, it's not even a valley, it's more like canyon and mesa. Very beautiful. But yeah, really need to soak this in. Very pretty sunset here in Arches National Park. After a little bit of climb and all fours, finally got back to the main trail. And we're gonna go check out the rest of the stuff over here before the sun sets. Although I really do want to see this place at night. But we'll see what we can do, because we still have to eat dinner and all that stuff. So it all depends. But I'll keep you updated. Good thing we didn't climb up that right there, because I would have gotten up to the top and I would have realized it was like a 100-foot drop down, and that would have not been fun, especially out here in the middle of nowhere. But there it is. This is the south window, and there's some other cool rock formations, and there's the other window with the sunset. Alright, change of plans. The sun set way too fast on us. You can see it just went below the mountain over there. So we're gonna head out. We need to eat dinner. I don't think we're gonna stay for stars, but we'll probably be able to see some, either when we get back to the hotel or after dinner. But yeah, this is really cool. You can kind of see like way over there with the mountains. It's still flaring off. But yeah, really cool. Yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, and we've got all kinds of stuff planned. I want to go to Fiery Furnace. We're gonna go see the long skinny arch. We're gonna go see a whole bunch of stuff in the coming days, so yeah, should be pretty exciting. But right now we're gonna go grab some dinner because we're hungry. That In-N-Out burger was not very good. Someone's taking a photo, but yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Time to grab some dinner. We're going to the Spoke here in Moab. So yeah, let's do it. Alright, dinner was good. Now it's time to go back to the hotel.
I don't know what
maybe look at some stars, and just go to bed, because I'm tired. And we got hikes tomorrow, so I gotta get some sleep. Alright, good morning everybody. I have to be a little bit quiet because there are people still sleeping in the hotel. But I'm gonna go downstairs, get some breakfast, and we're gonna start the new day, and we're gonna head out and go see some sights. Let's do it. Once again, we'll need this to start out the day. Alright y'all, breakfast is pretty good. Coffee is, of course, way better than the place we got it at yesterday. I don't know what that coffee was, but I did not feel any bit energized from it. Whereas this one, I actually feel like I'm getting my adequate daily dose of caffeine. But anyway, I'm gonna click that button and head back up and get my gear packed and head out to Arches. See you there. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, well, just got out of the hotel and it's time to head off to Arches. Go look at some sights. Also, that rock wall. It's literally outside of our hotel. And it's pretty big. But anyway, let's hit the road. Alright y'all, just arrived here at the double arch. Very close to the windows where we were at yesterday. But before we go on any hikes, there is one important thing we need to do, and that is sunscreen. Although it is cold out here, the UV is still going to be high, which means sunburns will still happen. So sunscreen is a top priority. So I'm going to get that on first, and then we're going to go see Double Arch and hike around. Alright, just arrived here at Double Arch. It's 0.3 miles. Now you might be wondering, the camera footage looks a little different than yesterday. It's because I have it set to a different setting where it's set for more activity, and it's also got the super view on it. So, without further ado, we're going to hike down this trail, and we're going to see the arch, which is right in front of us. Looks really gorgeous. All this area over here looks really good. I wonder what this is.
Isn't that kind of like Western?
Yeah, it's totally Western.
It's kind of cool how it started out. But anyway, I'm going to hike up there, that arch. Okay, just arrived here underneath the double arch, and this thing looks massive. I mean, just look at that. Huge arch. Unbelievable that I'm going to go stand under it here. I'm going to climb up there as safe as I can. Let me try and see what's on the other side of that arch. But hopefully it won't be too big of a drop off, but if it is, I'll turn back. I know I'm doing, because I do rock climbing a lot, but I'll go up there and see what's on the other side, and yeah, let's do it. Alright, here I am, standing here in the middle of these two arches. See all around me. You can kind of see. It's really, really cool area that I'm in. It's a really good view. move this down. And you can see it. That's a really nice view. You can see the windows over there. See the mountains. And yeah, really cool place. Now over there is a little bit of a drop. And I went up there and looked at it. And I was like, I'm probably not gonna do this. It doesn't seem like it's very safe. It's probably good 50 to 75 feet down, maybe 100 feet. But I don't want to take any chances, so yeah. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy the scenery here and then head on to the next place. Alright, just came a little ways off the beaten path over here in this little area. It's really flat right here. Also, I forgot to mention, when you're out in the desert, you're gonna drink a lot of these. I had an entire bottle on the way here, and I finished it right as we were getting out to go on this hike, and I'm already thirsty again. So yeah, an entire one of these already today, and I'm already thirsty. That's what the desert does to you. But there's this cool little area right here. Not sure if it's a drop or not. How bad is it?
I'm not going to the edge. I would appreciate if you would be there.
Yeah, I won't.
We know it's a cliff, so
Yeah.
it's beautiful from right here.
I'm sure if I had my drone, I could just fly it right out there and I could tell immediately. I'd be like, yep, that's a drop. But it's prohibited to fly drones in a national park without a permit. Also, this area too, it looks a lot like all the ground and stuff. It's a lot like Mars, but just minus the vegetation. But this is a really cool area. But yeah, thought I'd check this out real quick and show y'all. Alright, after a short little off the beaten path tour, we are heading out of this section, and I think what we're going to do next is we're going to go check out the last of the windows, the one over there we didn't get to see yesterday because the sun set on us a little too fast, but I think we're going to go check that out and see what it has to offer. Alright, we decided we weren't going to do the one from yesterday that we missed due to the sunset. Instead, we're going to Delicate Arch, which is that one where it's the small one. But we're gonna go up here. Got a little bit of a hike ahead of us, a little bit of elevation gain, but other than that, should be pretty good. And also, there's a little shack over here. I think this is a part of Wolf Ranch. Because Wolf Ranch and Delicate Arch are all on the same trailhead. They all start at the same spot. Let's go over here and check this out real quick. I'm curious about this. It says it's a historic building, so we can't go into this area or go inside of it or climb on it, which I wouldn't want to do anyway. But let's go over here. If there's a window, I think we might be able to see in. Let's see. Let's see here. Oh, there's a little area.
Can we go in?
No, we can't. That's what it looks like in there. It's just an old shack out here in the desert called Wolf Ranch. Yeah, we're gonna hike some, and then we gotta go back into town and get lunch and gas, because we forgot. We need to get gas. So, yeah, but we're gonna do that. Alright, we're a little ways into the hike, and we gotta go all the way around here and up there. That's the part where it could be a little challenging, but I think we can handle it. I think we'll handle it just fine.
We survived the beehive.
Oh, for sure. By the way, the Beehive Trail is in Acadia National Park out in Maine. We did that one 2 years ago, and it is straight up a cliff. But not like that. Like you're actually like climbing like at a 90-degree angle up the cliff. But anyway, here's our landscape. Just desert as far as you can see. So yeah. Alright. Just stopped a little ways here off the trail. It's a little bit of a hike up, but just remember, way down, it's going to be a lot easier. And you can barely see just down there. That's where we came from, way down there with all the people. But yeah, I think we've walked about maybe 1/2 to 3/4 of a mile, and I think it's a little over a mile up and a little bit a mile back, so a little over 2 miles total of walking, but I'm well prepared for that. And also we had a dust devil suddenly spawn up, and it got my brother in the eye. We had to stop and get it out. Luckily I covered my face and my eyes just in time, but thankfully we have water and we can rinse the eyes out, so that's good. But anyway, time for the walk on the rock. Alright, just finished a pretty hefty incline. I mean, it was straight up like this. Currently standing here at this ledge. I don't want to go too far that way because it is a pretty decent drop off. And one thing I don't want to do is fall down, because that would completely ruin the trip for me. But the delicate arch should be just above this last incline here, so the final push, and then we should see the incline. Yeah, I'm just taking in this view. You can see the parking lot way down there. That's where we came from. But yeah, there's just this canyon right here, and there's the rest of the arches over there. You can see, I think that's balancing rock over there, if I'm not mistaken, but there's some formations over there that we've seen. So yeah, we're gonna finish this last push, and we're gonna get some pictures of Delicate Arch. Alright, well, I was wrong about it being over the ridge that we were originally on. It's actually a little bit further on up. At least it's beautiful, and it's not going too much further uphill like that other part was. But hopefully we can just go around this corner over here. And it'll be right there. I'm really hopeful it will be. But yeah. Let's see what we can see. Alright, y'all. Check this out right here. There it is. Delicate arch. And my God, that is a huge drop off. We're gonna go around to the other side of this, like right in this area right here. I'm gonna show you what I mean. It's a drop off, but this area is just gorgeous. Now behind the arch, although it looks like there's stable ground, there's not. It's a straight drop off right behind the arch. And you have to be very, very, very careful. I'm gonna go over there. Let's make our way over here as best we can. There's the cliff I'm talking about right there. It's just basically this bowl that formed right here. Now, if we had safety equipment, we'd totally be able to go down into there. Or you could walk around and go into it, but I'm not gonna do that. Because it'd just be a waste of time, and we still gotta make our way back down and go get lunch and gas. But anyway, there it is. Delicate arch. It's totally worth the hike. Alright, y'all. Just finished Delicate Arch. And it took forever, but we finally got it done. It's just the line was real long. I don't know what it is, but the place is real popular. And everyone wants to go get their picture at the arch. But we finished with that, and we're heading back down now, and we're gonna go get some lunch back in Moab and fill up on gas, and then hopefully we'll come back out here and do some more hiking. But yeah. Alright, y'all. Just made it out that area right behind us. Now we're back at the big steep rock, and we're gonna be going down this time, and we're still gonna be right next to the cliff, but we'll get down. There's a parking lot way over there. I think it's about a little over a mile that way, but it was about 2 miles to the arch and 2 miles back. So yeah, pretty nice hike. And once we get back, we're gonna drive back into Moab. We're gonna get some lunch, and we're gonna fill up the car with some gas. We're gonna come back out here. And I think tonight we will be stargazing, because we are kind of eating a late lunch, early dinner. But hopefully we can get some good stargazing in tonight. But yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Alright, y'all, just made it back to the parking lot. It's probably a good 45 minutes to an hour walking back, but it was at least 2 hours up, and then it was about an hour just to wait to get to touch the arch and get the photos. But we're back now, and we're gonna head back into town. We're gonna get some gas, get some food, and we'll come back into the park and explore some more. Time for lunch here at Moab Brewery. Alright, that was a pretty good late lunch / early dinner. Now let's hop in the car and let's go back to the national park. Alright, so we find ourselves now at the Sand Dune Arch Trail. I believe this is a loop trail, if I'm not mistaken. But let's go over here on this rock, or over near it. I'll show y'all something cool. So, all that over there is Devil's Garden. And that arch way over there in the distance, I believe, is the Broken Arch, which is 1.3 miles. But our main focus is probably going to be the Sand Dune Arch, in which we get to walk around this cool thing, this cool rock formation right here. But without further ado, let's go hiking. This area looks really cool. We're in the middle of this slot right here, and the sand, you can see it's soft sand, kind of like what you find at the beach down here, except we're not at the beach. We're in the middle of this desert, out in the middle of nowhere. There's zero service, and there's these huge rock formations surrounding me. Yeah, look at that. Huge rocks on either side of us. These things are pretty big, but I'm gonna continue hiking on. Shouldn't be too bad of a hike compared to a Delicate Arch. Well, I don't know why I stopped the video, because the arch is literally right behind me, as you can see. If I would have just continued recording, I would have come right through that wall right there, come over here and seen the arch right there. But anyway, pretty cool. There is this little area I kind of want to explore a little bit, of course in a safe way. I think I'm gonna do that a little bit, and yeah, just check the area out, because this is the area that we haven't been to yet. And then after this, we might go check out the Broken Arch, and depending on timing, but we'll see what happens as time goes on. Alright, just made it up this little rock formation a little ways, and there's some pretty deep crevasses. Definitely don't want to fall into those, but it just continues on going up like steps almost. Let's go back here. Let's see what there is. It's not too bad once you get above that part, but really back here is just this area. Almost think that there's another hidden Easter egg back here, like another arch that we missed. But let's see. I'll get right above this right here, and we'll see what there is to see. So this is it right here. All this. Now of course I'm not gonna go up that far. I'm probably just gonna go to like right here and then turn back, but it's pretty quiet over here. Got a nice ray of sun coming in from right there. All right, I gotta go back. Yeah, I'm coming back.
How do you get up there?
Oh. It's real flat up here. All right, well, we gotta dip out this area. I gotta make my way back down, so I'm gonna go and cut this camera off so I can do that. All right, just made my way out of that slot canyon, I guess that's what you can call it. And now we're going to go to, excuse me. Now we're going to go to the Broken Arch, which is a very short hike. It's only, I think from here it's about 1.2 miles, so it shouldn't be too bad. And it's flat too. That's a plus, is that it's flat and it's not uphill like the Delicate Arch was, although the view and the pictures were totally worth the strenuous hike that it turned out to be. But so far I'd say that's definitely the most strenuous hike that we've done on this trip, but I'm sure when we go to Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, and Bryce, I'm sure there's going to be there's bound to be something more strenuous than what we did today. But anyway, kind of see it way over there if you look real close, but it's over there. That's where we're heading right now. All right, so I've been walking probably for about maybe 10 minutes now, and the arch should not be too far. I think I just saw it, but it's obscured by the trees. I think maybe once we round this corner over here, we'll get a good view at it. Yeah, we should definitely be able to. Look at that rock formation right there. It's pretty cool, but yeah, I mean, it is so quiet out in this area, other than the sounds of hikers. But other than that, there's nothing out here to make sound. There's the arch way over there. Probably got another 5 to 10 minutes to go before we reach it. Yeah, we're getting close. All right, we have arrived here at the arch. There it is. Now the reason they call it Broken Arch is because right there in the middle there's a huge crack. And also, the trail continues through the arch. Now let's walk up to it real quick.
I was getting ready to take their picture.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
Can we go down here?
Dad, Rhonda.
Hold on, I guess. Let's let them take their picture first, though.
Dad, your head.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Sweet, thank you so much.
There's the mountains way off in the distance over there.
It's a really good picture. You have a good day.
See them?
Dad, I'm going to come closer.
Let's head under there.
Thank you.
All right. Not sure how big of a drop this is, so we're gonna proceed with caution, but
Probably put down the camera.
there it is. There's the arch. Yeah. All right. There's the Broken Arch behind me. I'm gonna flip the camera around here. Check this out. Look at that. Look at those views. They're just as amazing in real life as they are on the camera. And the trail continues on that way. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it might be a loop. Not sure, but I think we're gonna explore this area a little bit, and that will include the trail as well. But we're gonna take some pictures, explore, climb around, and we'll see what we can see.
Cool.
It sets at 7:45.
7:45, something like that, and it's
We're the only ones out here, and it's very quiet. But the views are amazing out here. There's where we came from over there. And there's the mountains way back there. I mean, just amazing. And there's Tapestry Arch way over there.
Said I don't know that they walked all the way down to it.
I wish we could go up to it, but unfortunately the sun is starting to set, and
I guess it's raining.
we don't want to get trapped out here at night.
So Lauren says, do I need to do anything for the chickens if it's raining?
But yeah, not sure about stargazing tonight, but we'll see what happens. Not a guarantee, but
Yeah.
we need to probably start heading back if we are going to do it. But anyway, pretty cool spot.
I bet those
Well, we're going.
people
There's
went back to the campground.
another person going with us, and I think there's 2 other people that went as well, so 3 total. Well, at least there's 1 other person with us. So we're gonna do it, and if we get stuck out here in the dark, I've got the Skyfire 10,000 lumen flashlight. Although I'm not gonna put on the max setting because that'll drain the battery. I'll probably put on medium or low. And if that fails, we've got phones and the solar charger, and I got a headlamp. So I think we're well prepared. Well, let's go check out this arch.
What are you doing?
Almost forgot to get the camera. Can't forget you guys. Alright. We have made it. There she is. Tapestry Arch. Now, I'm gonna get up there and get a couple pictures. Okay, I gotta climb a little bit, so I gotta turn this off. This is what it looks like from up top. It's just an arch. Like every single other arch we went to, you gotta get that kind of view right there with me, the arch above me. Always gotta do that whenever there's an arch. But anyway, time to head on back down and get back to the car before sunset. One more time, there's that view. Just can't beat this view. Just in case we need it. Got the Skyfire flashlight ready to go. Hopefully we'll make it back. Well, there's the sunset on the mountains over there. All this looks really gorgeous. And it's definitely a good thing that I got the flashlight out, because once the sun sets, it's gonna get pretty dark pretty fast. And we got probably about 1.5 miles to go till we get back to the parking lot. So yeah, we've made it back to the arch. And we actually met a guy who does YouTube, and he does like travel ideas for the region that we're in, which is Moab. But we're gonna take in some scenery here as the sun sets, and it's relatively flat on the way back, so should be pretty good. We got through this part right here, which is kind of up and down, but it's not like the delicate arch, thankfully. But we're gonna enjoy the views here, take a couple more pictures, and we're gonna head back to the car, and we'll probably get to stop and see some stars before we head out of the park. So yeah. Okay, the sun has completely disappeared. There's a nice nice purple hue over there where the day is separating into night. And you can barely see there's some sun left on the mountains, but that will soon disappear here also in the next few minutes. But we need to hustle so we can get off this trail before it gets dark. But once we get through this last little push of bumpiness, it'll be flat and we should be good. Once again, like I said, I've got the flashlight, so we are very much so prepared. I go along with the saying, don't be scared, but rather be prepared. And that is most definitely true for when you're out in the desert, especially when day turns into night. So yeah, but very gorgeous views as we head out of this trail. All right, this is really beautiful right here. The sunset. I'm gonna spin you guys around so you can see it. There's where the sun is setting behind those rocks. So there's two planes up there too. They're flying. And over there you can see the Earth's shadow, which is called the umbra. But we're in the flat part now. You can see the parking lot. It's literally right there. But we're really close, so I can stay somewhat behind, but not too far. But this looks really nice out here. Also, the temperature is dropping pretty fast too. That's one of the things about being out here in the desert, is during the spring it can be warm during the day, and then it can get really cold at night. So yeah, that's what happens in the desert. So yeah, we'll see about stargazing tonight. Again, not sure about it, but we'll see what happens as the night plays out. Alright y'all, not sure if y'all can see me or not, but it is getting pretty dark out here. We're here at a panorama point, and we're going to be looking at some stars. I'm not sure if you can see them, but there might be a couple of them up there, some of the brighter ones. In this direction, there's Orion over there. Sunset right over there. But we're just going to be getting some pictures. And yeah, we're going to enjoy it, because once we get back to Charlotte, it'll be same old night sky we see, which is just a couple of the brightest stars. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy the views.